In a world where Elon Musk wields vast wealth and influence with a mere snap of his fingers, a shadow of mystery envelops his empire. Is Musk truly the captain of his ship, or does a clandestine mastermind pull the strings from the shadows? Join us as we unravel the enigma behind Musk's cryptic maneuvers.
Go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
Connecting the elusive dots to uncover whether Elon Musk is a puppet in a grander scheme. Stay with us until the video's dramatic conclusion, where the depths of this intrigue will be unveiled. To fully understand Elon Musk's agenda, we have to go back to where it all started: South Africa. Born in 1971 to an engineer father and a supermodel mother, Elon Musk's life was more than comfortable. This comfort allowed him to pursue his talents, one of which was his exceptional computer skills. Elon was gifted, and his parents were more than supportive of his tech career. They invested in Elon's education, and that investment paid off in millions as their son eventually became the technopreneur billionaire that we know today. If you know Elon Musk, then you probably know at least 3 of his big businesses: Tesla, SpaceX, and X, formerly known as Twitter, each of which served to satisfy a different aspect of his curiosity. Tesla, arguably his most successful business venture, is a company that was considered to be the forerunner when it came to electric vehicle technology. SpaceX is a culmination of Elon Musk's dream big mindset, with the ultimate goal of eventually allowing safe transportation to the moon.
Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be on the moon. I just saw it on TV.
Oh, there's a tape delay and with all solar winds.
As for X, well, this serves Elon 2 purposes. The first is to fan the flames of his burning ego, and second is to ensure that no form of speech, no matter how egregiously wrong or offensive it may be, gets censored. And as much as Elon likes to say that he's impartial when it comes to politics and how much he'd rather stay quiet on the whole ordeal, he sure voices out a lot of his differing political views. From posts openly criticizing Joe Biden to posts that support the Democratic Party. While Elon Musk's political standpoint may seem impartial at first, there is no denying that Elon is a far right-wing extremist ideologist that will do anything in his power to stay in power. And what he's doing under the hood might surprise you even more. Lobbying is a common practice amongst businesses that want to get on a politician's good side. And as all politically impartial Elon is, in reality, one of the biggest lobbyists on the market, both SpaceX and Tesla have actually allocated a grand total of $2 million in lobbying funds during 2021 alone. While $2 million is nothing to scoff at compared to other big businesses, it surely comes as a surprise when he actively lifts his companies up on a pedestal to say that their businesses are above all the politics. Now, where exactly did this $2 million go? Well, most of it, of course, went to the most powerful man in America, President Joe Biden's White House. The remaining money from the pile went to funding numerous federal candidates that Elon personally supported. One candidate we'd like to shine the spotlight on is a mayoral candidate named Andrew Yang, a candidate which Elon Musk openly voices support of on X. A lot of noise coming from someone who is quote-unquote impartial. Elon's hypocrisy aside, who you vote for says a lot about what you believe in, and Andrew Yang was a red flag in rose-colored glasses. Andrew Yang was the first person to lobby for a universal basic income rate that seemed very good for the people, and people loved him for it. But eventually the magic blew away, and we're left with an out-of-touch ideas man that only wants people to like him, and if that doesn't sound like Elon Musk, then his next investment should be proof enough. But first, political influence? Check. In a move that shocked the entire social media world in 2022, Elon Musk closed a deal to buy the famous social media platform Twitter for $44 billion. This deal had been in the works for a while now, with most Twitter users in denial that the sale was going to push through. Elon was out of touch, and while his tweets and actions were enough evidence, his reasoning behind buying Twitter in the first place is an even bigger tell. At the time, Twitter was being molded as a safe space free from people with questionable ethics and beliefs that spread misinformation and instigate riots. While any other normal person would see that this was Twitter's way of ensuring that no hateful person gets a platform that openly promotes hate, Elon saw it as restrictive of the world's free speech. So Elon did as he does and waved a bunch of money around thinking that he could solve the problem. Today, instead of promoting free speech, Elon Musk has begun an unnecessary overhaul to the social media platform. Now labeled simply as X, the company is now plagued by blue check users that are given boosted visibility at $8 per month. That's right, Elon has found a way to monetize free speech, giving the same hateful people that Twitter once stood against an opportunity to spread their hateful ideologies to more people for just a few bucks. Now this may seem like a simple way for Elon Musk to once again fan his ego, but the bigger picture is far more worrisome. We cannot overlook the fact that Elon Musk now controls one of the most influential social media sites in the world, meaning he has the ability to curate the information that we absorb. Limitless online influence? Check. If you've been living under a rock these past few years, one of the biggest military conflicts of modern times has happened. Russia has invaded Ukraine. This was a war that Russia had been preparing for, and Ukraine was caught off guard.
Just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him.
Communities raised, weapons drawn, and the means of communication was soon seized. Russia, using its team of hackers, had brought down modern communication, the internet. Suddenly, Ukrainian soldiers were out in the battlefield with no means of communicating with each other over a distance. Generals started racking their brains thinking of a solution until they all came up with a consensus: Starlink. Starlink is a product of SpaceX that involves a wide array of small interlinked satellite dishes that could be installed on the field as a means of providing internet. This was Ukraine's solution, a dispersed form of internet connection that Russian hackers would have difficulty hacking through. And of course, as a show of support, Elon Musk donated and maintained these products for free, until he didn't. One day, as Ukraine was finally getting used to the convenience of Starlink, and Ukraine was finally getting the upper hand, Elon Musk decided to withdraw his support from Ukraine. Elon Musk claims that the maintenance cost of Starlink was too much, and if the US government did not pay him, he would terminate the Starlink connections immediately. That's right, the richest man in the world was complaining about money during war. Musk also stated that continuing Ukraine's assault on Russia would lead to a messy situation involving nuclear warfare, a concern that could just as easily be seen as a threat. Elon Musk's charity move was actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. Suddenly, without even realizing it, the US and Ukrainian government had given Elon Musk the power to cut and restore their communication lines on a whim. Control means of communication? Check. And with that third check, the bigger picture suddenly starts to make a bit more sense. While the Starlink incident may be viewed as nothing more than a business move, there are much darker implications than that. In a recent interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin, he openly complimented Elon Musk's talent as a businessman and that Elon should be recognized by the entire world. Strong words of support from a man known to have none. Vladimir's confidence in Elon Musk is the binding red thread that ties all of the pieces together. In a hypothetical scenario, if Russia were actually the secret puppeteer holding Elon, Elon's assets would also belong to them. Elon Musk's political influence could be used to shift America's political landscape in a way that is favorable to Russia. Elon's limitless online influence could help Russia push specific agendas that are in their favor. And lastly, Elon's ability to have access to and seize the means of communication means that, when push comes to shove, Russia could also hypothetically pull the plug on most of our communication systems. But these are still all hypotheticals for one of the richest and most influential people on Earth. Just please don't let Russia get their hands on Neuralink.